All right, so this is an unboxing of the Siebel CRM 21.9 update. I've just downloaded the Windows update package from Oracle support. So let's check my downloads folder. There we go. Yeah. This package for Windows now has 10 zip files. The 10th zip file is probably the ancestor repositories, which have gone missing in 21.8. But let's check out the first of the zip files, which has the release notes, which I'm unable to show here, but there is the media list file, and yeah, the first zip file has this very media list and release notes. Second is the binaries, so required, and if you have any non-ENU languages, you also must unzip the third file. The fourth file is the new Siebel repository, the MST rep for new installations and upgrades. Then there's the IAA connector and Outlook add-ins. So if you use those, these are the current installers. Same for Smart Answer. Now number 7, the SA2 Oracle database for mobile web clients and the database client for the same. And here it is, the Siebel Ancestor repository, now number 10. So if you prepare a machine for running an upgrade from versions prior to IP17, you have to extract that as well. So my machine currently is 21.8, so this is just a minor hop. And so all I need is the Siebel binaries, and because I've German language pack deployed, I also need to extract the third file. So let's copy these two files to a separate install folder I've created and extract them. So it shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, we can check the system. So here, this is a single stack machine for training purposes. So we have the gateway registry not running currently, enterprise shutdown. We have 2 Siebel servers, and we have the 2 Tomcats AI and SES Tomcat. All shut down, so there should be no interference. Okay, so extract has been done. Well, let's move these files back. And yeah, let's see. Nothing new here, probably same setup.bat file. Let's run it for... let's start with the SES, the Siebel server home, which will also trigger the post-install database update. Okay, here we go. Let's prettify this a little bit. And yeah, we choose the home for the Siebel server. Click next. Happy with the default backup location. No need to enter a separate one. And yeah, this has to go in full screen. So the post-installation database update defaults to execute, which is fine by me. It didn't find any UCF files, obviously, so I have to specify the parameters myself. So that's the table owner. Table owner username is the same. Table owner password. Database username sadmin, and the password. The ODBC data source, I'm just going to verify on this machine that I have here. Yeah, I can use either Siebel install DSN from the fresh install I did, So let's use that one. I could also use the enterprise DSN. Siebel repository is fine. And the table spaces, let's verify those quickly. So we have just one table space here called Siebel. It's a training environment with a sample database, so your mileage might vary here, and the security group is SSE_role. And don't forget, if you have other languages, select. You have to actually click and select the languages, so they are written into that setup.ini file. So also the C data for these languages are imported. Okay, so let's click next, and so we see the other languages selected. Everything should go fine, so let's hit install. And binaries are now laid down. The NEOs, safe RR data and such. Well, safe RR data, that's the safe boot repository, and the NEOs will also be laid down, the non-extensible objects, DLLs in Windows. Okay, post-installation setup execution started. Let's monitor this a little bit in Task Manager. So let's go to CPU. Okay, there's the Tomcat starting up because it was replaced as usual. Also see Siebel server startup. Yeah, the at least on Windows, the installer fires up the Siebel servers. So I'm going to do the not very nice thing of actually killing those Siebel servers. Just to, because it's actually not really nice of the installer to start up the Siebel servers on that machine where post-install database setup is just about to run and bring the database into the required state for those Siebel servers to be up. So I just killed them, which is not the nice way. You see also Siebdev CLI running. What's it doing now? Enable workspaces on external seed columns, whatever that is. So Siebdev client, the command line version of Siebel tools, is deployed by the post-install database setup to do various tasks, importing schema definitions such as new tables, column changes, index changes, just bringing up the database to the mandatory state for 21.9. And that might take a while. The more time you spend between updates, the longer it will run. We'll do different things. So I'll just continue shutting down the enterprise again. So I see the has created a new Tomcat service. It deleted it, it recreated it, which is also not very nice because now I have to, actually set it back to the manual state I wanted on this machine and stop it. And also make sure my settings are re-entered, especially the memory settings. So in the Windows, you have the option to use the ES option for that Apache wrapper. Just enter Tomcat 9W, change RS to ES. Of that string, you get that dialog. Basically a window into the registry, and on these machines we have 10 times the memory pool and maximum memory pool defaults, which are ridiculously low, not suitable for Siebel at all. So I have to reset this every time an update is run. Okay, taking care of the Tomcat, no new version there. 9.046 was the version for 21.8, so 21.9 does not introduce a new Tomcat version there. Let's check out the Siebel servers. Yeah, gateway registry has been started, but I can just stop it. Okay, so my enterprise is now fully shut down again. Gonna start it up later. And in the meantime, yeah, because it was just a jump from 21.8 to 9, the post-installation database setup execution has been completed already. Okay, so that means we can take a look at what the database, post-install database update did. Let's just check my system. Yeah, I got Siebel tools running for later. The debug service is still running. Yeah, it's a good idea to, well, at least restart that one. And yeah, as expected, there's a debug server properties file, which we have a custom setting has been overwritten. So let's fix that right away. So that's in Siebel server classes, debug server properties. Yeah, and the port, it always overwrites with that default file, and on our machines the port is 9999, so I have to change that file, and now I can start the debug service again. Okay, some overrides here that shouldn't be done. All right, let's check out the report on the Siebel server log directory. We got a post-install database setup HTML report. Let's see. Oh, nice. We have, that's new. We have errored execution and we have successful execution. So there's a big green thing and a big red thing. Not sure what this means, but this is new. So the report has been getting some attention by Oracle. So like this is telling me it errored out, which I don't hope is the case. So the parameters are there. All steps completed in init. WS ranking we can ignore. This has been run already. And yeah, so we have the seed import for 20.9 imported. There's no schema changes, obviously, which would be a tab here. And we have the new manifest, import manifest data for 21.9. See, is there anything interesting? Okay, there's some loyalty. Yeah, stuff related to the loyalty portals. So a few can be made out here. Okay, yeah, that's probably for the loyalty product catalog view, which is part of the loyalty portals, which are now officially documented and available, but also require a repository upgrade, which we will run just for the fun of it. So what's the workflow upgrade? Completed, and yeah, our friend already run has also taken care of this. And yeah, that's it. So not sure why it says error, but that might just be a glitch. Schemas, nothing here. Manifest, yeah, should be something there, and also the seed data. There should be something in the seed data area, but maybe 21.8 to 21.9. In recent versions, that part of the report was a bit messy. It didn't really report on anything much. So I just leave it here, trusting that it went okay. You can also take a look at the log file, really. So let's take a look there. And we get a return code 12, which is like nothing really bad happened. Return code 1, workflow upgrade. Yeah, well, what can you say? Let's search for error. Can't find error. So I guess it's just a glitch in the report that we have these new buttons, but they are not showing like they should. Whatever. Okay, there's a SiebDev CLI log. Let's check that out. The usual benign errors. So, well, I conclude the post-install database setup has been run correctly. Let's give the repository upgrade a run. The repository upgrade is, of course, not mandatory. You should check your release notes, and there is a column repository upgrade required, for example, for the loyalty portals to get those into your repository, the application definitions, the views and such. You have to run the repository upgrade manually. So let's do that. So we go to the Siebel Sieb server bin folder, and there's a repository upgrade exe. I just run it without parameters to get the list of parameters I need to provide. So I need the -s parameter, the Sieb server or tools installation path. So I'll go with the Sieb server path. Then there's the table owner, the table owner username, the table owner password, the ODBC data source, which we use the same one. Let's just bring it up again. Yeah, let's use that one. The platform is Oracle. The Siebel username is sadmin. The password for sadmin. Repository name default. So Siebel repository primary base language is okay. The table space is B and X. Same table space here. SSE role is required. Okay. Do we need anything else? Seed input data creation for migration application is fine. Import only schema is no. Generate schema file only is no. Parent workspace is main, which is fine, I guess. And let's just run this. See if we missed anything. Okay. Yeah, funny observation here. So it just starts from 20.3. So even if I actually ran the repository upgrade in 21.8, I can confirm here in in Siebel Tools, I see that integration workspace that was created when I ran the repository upgrade for 21.8, and that development workspace, which has all the nice component, object definitions, new and updated object definitions, which I have merged into main to apply all the 21.8 repository upgrades in this test machine. So what happens now is we'll just do it again for most part. So what does Task Manager say? Task Manager says, SiebDev client again is busy, well, importing all kinds of CIF files probably now. So can't really see, but we can check out the folders. Or let's use Siebel Tools. Let me just create a dummy workspace, really. Dummy 21.9, and go to import from archive, and we'll just try and find the repository files. So they must be on Sieb server log. There's the repository upgrade that's currently running, and it has extracted all the stuff. So repository upgrade again, 21.9 repository. There's a CIF file, which is basically the stuff that comes in for 21.9. Let's check it out. Not gonna import this, it's just okay, and there's a loyalty stuff. Mostly loyalty stuff and partner portal stuff for the loyalty portals. Yeah, I guess that's it, because that's kind of the loyalty portals have been included in the repository upgrade a while ago, 21.7 maybe, but this seems to be like the final fixes or fine-tuning for that. So it's now officially a feature to have the loyalty portals, member and partner portal, back in OpenUI. So you notice the application, the loyalty portal application, is not part of the CIF because it's actually imported in the previous repository upgrade CIF. So obviously the repository upgrade does not really check or verify what you already have. It just relies on the stability of the merge process that will happen to bring everything together. So it just imports everything and you merge it up. Okay, but let's not, I repeat, let's not import that CIF file right now, because that's actually been done by the repository upgrade exit. Just want to know what's in there. Nice and easy. Okay, so here we go, it's still running. And since it's running for like 1.5 year worth of versions from 21.3, it's going to be busy for a while. So it makes sure all the schema changes are applied that are probably also included with the post-install database update, but this thing just makes, just makes sure everything's there. Okay, so we'll check back on that repository upgrade once it's finished. Okay, so we're back. The repository upgrade, the non-mandatory repository upgrade for 21.9 on top of 21.8, which had a repository upgrade imported, has been run. We can see in the console that it had imported schema changes, imported repository objects into a new developer workspace under the integration workspace and we have seed import, and we have manifest import, and there's of course an HTML report. Let's check that out first. It's in the Siebel server log. Okay, says 21.4, which is a bit confusing, but let's check the tiles. Everything seems to be completed here. Schema. So several log files available for the schema import of the various versions. So there was no schema in the repository upgrade for 21.9. So the latest, it imported the 21.8. So if you follow these links, you can get at least the ZIF files. So there's a schema.zip file where you can see, okay, what table was it? The repository import, okay, there's a repository import for 21.9. Let's check out the log file. Yeah, points us to a ZIF file. We can always open these ZIF files in Siebel Tools, for example, and see what's in there. We have done that already. And seed data as well, lots of stuff. Seed data for 21.9. There's ENU. Missing the German one, really, but maybe there's no language specific stuff there, so hope so. And what does it say here? So gives us, yeah, for example, there's the T-auto keyword table, which is one of the features described in 21.9. Release notes is a new keyword for test automation. So that is now in the table. Okay. But that should have already been with the post-install database update. So because it's a mandatory stuff. So the repository upgrade, the non-mandatory repository upgrade, just imports the same or more seed data as it tries to complement the mandatory with the non-mandatory stuff. So there's the manifest import, lots of stuff here. Manifest for 21.9. We have something there. Yeah, we've already seen that in the post-install database update. So, and it says unique constraint violated, which is okay because the data is already there, because the post-install database update has already brought this in as a mandatory change. So again, the non-mandatory repository upgrade is just making sure everything's there. So there's a repository section. Let's see, applications. Yeah, so we see the Siebel loyalty portals, which has been delivered in 21.7, which is nice. Doesn't say insert or update. Would be nice there. Yeah, it seems to be quite complete, or does it stop at 21.7? I got Siebel Tools open, by the way, and I got this workspace that was created as part of the repository upgrade. And so there are some updates and even inserts to business component. But that could have been part of 21.7 already. It doesn't really say here much. And the process delivers into that integration workspace, but it stops there. So the stuff that you see here is ready to be tested if you would spin up an instance or an object manager against that integration object. You would inspect that integration workspace, and you would be able to test those things, or you could export them to ZIF from a workspace here, or of course we can just deliver that integration workspace into main, which we'll attempt right after that. Can we submit them? The rebase was not real necessary, so it's submitted and delivered. Yeah, there was. So that is repository upgrade. 21.9 delivered into main 7. Okay, no rebase required because okay, so let that deliver. Again, what you're watching here is a non-mandatory step in the Siebel update to 21.9, but for completeness, we just yeah, do it here. So while this is delivering, I can just go and yeah, start the next update. So I'm going back to the update installer, running it, and I'm going to update the AI. Okay, just realize I'm using tools 21.8 to deliver that repository change 21.9. I'm quite sure it's going to run fine, but again, it's a unboxing and things are a bit out of order maybe. So maybe make sure you update your Siebel tools first. Yeah, don't try this at home. So we are now updating the AI, happy with the backup folder, and off we go. No surprises there, other than it will bring down our Tomcat, the external Tomcat. It will delete it. Has already done it. It tends to do that. And let me just set that one to manual. Yeah. So it will come back with a new one. We have to reconfigure it, which is a pain, but yeah, that's life. So yeah, I'm sure we'll start copying those new files over soon. And we can get ready to fire up the enterprise and log into the applications. And now yeah, the new Tomcat is starting up, of course, and that's good because it kind of re-extracts the Siebel.war file probably, and we'll just let that finish. Okay, the installer has been finished. Let's just verify the Tomcat is idling. Yeah, it's idling. So we can just reconfigure it as usual. So I'm gonna set it back to manual, stop it, and going to reconfigure it. So yeah, has been reset to that ridiculously low memory values, and we can just change that. Okay. So yeah, still stopping there. So we still have Siebel tools to update, and we have a developer web client on this machine. So maybe just for completeness, we run the updates again, see if there are any surprises. Run the update for Siebel tools. Okay, should be fairly quick. Well, that was fast and probably done by now. Yep, okay. That was really quick. Let's just see if Siebel Tools still launches. While that launches, we fire up the update installer one more time for the developer web client, just to be on the safe side. Not that I actually use it much these days with the simulator debugger for workflows and the script debugger included in Web Tools. There's not much need to really use the developer web client a lot, but still, since it's there and it's installed on this machine, we're going to update it. And Siebel Tools came back just fine. No surprises there, 21.9. Okay. Yeah, still should work as expected, I guess. So let's get out of Siebel Tools. Okay, pretty fast as well. Okay, so update it and oh, should be fine. Okay, we're gonna start up the enterprise right now. So we got a script that starts the gateway and Tomcats and such. So we can watch that from Task Manager. So the internal SES Tomcat starting up. Now the external AI Tomcat. And soon after we have the Siebel server. You will follow a different path on your production environment, I'm quite sure. We're just trying to get 21.9 unboxed. And this is the final step to start up the Siebel server. And we'll come back when it's started up for logging into the application. So the Siebel server has started up and we are ready to, well, log into call center. So this here is the login page and login as admin. Yep, and we have an application in Siebel 21.9. Okay, let's check out one of the features was this keyword thing. So let's see that seed data import we've seen. That new keyword. Let's just see if we can find it. There's a keywords list. Does it sort? Well, it's seed data, so it's all the same date, which is not nice. Which one is it? Something with custom extension. Yeah. There it goes. Okay, and it says run your custom extension jar file by providing class name and inputs, etc., etc. Okay, so if you use test automation, there's a new keyword which allows you to obviously run a jar file, and there's probably some more documentation in the bookshelf when it comes out. At the time of this recording, bookshelf 21.9, just checking, was not available. Yeah, still 21.8. But okay, there's the new keyword here, and that proves that everything went fine. And that's the end of this Siebel 21.9 unboxing event. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.